Today, for the 39th time, two teams stand alone.
The Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl. The Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl for the second year in a row.
The prize for victory, a silver statue. The title Super Bowl champion. And a moment etched in time.
This Super Bowl edition of NFL Primetime is presented by Miller Lite. Primetime is Miller time. And now, here's your host, Chris Berman.
The fireworks continue to shoot off here, and they know all and tell all at Alltel Stadium. Super Bowl 39 between the best the New England Patriots had to offer and the Philadelphia Eagles, a team up for the task. Hi, everybody. Chris Berman, Tom Jackson, Steve Young. Hey, first of all, blowout wasn't going to happen. Saw it right away.
Steve? Well, I more than anything, my feeling was New England came out uncharacteristically with a lot of errors, some penalties and so forth, and they gave Philadelphia a chance to take control, and they didn't. And I think that was what set the stage for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I thought the story was turnovers. You know, we sat there and watched the football game, and we were just shocked at the turnovers, especially by the Philadelphia Eagles.
If for some reason you missed all or part of Super Bowl 39, here we go. Could the Patriots make it 3 of 4 and be considered with the all-time great teams? Bill Belichick, could he win another playoff game in a row, make it 9 straight? And the Philadelphia Eagles, they've waited 24 years to get here. Donovan McNabb and Tom Brady wish each other good luck. And then, in the first quarter, the first question answered. Second play, Terrell Owens, 2nd and 10, he catches the ball for 7 yards, and Terrell did a great job.
You know, we watched Terrell Owens, and we thought he looked a little tentative in warm-up, but that wasn't the case once they started playing the game.
Boy, New England brought the kitchen sink on the very first series. That was a fumble, a Brewski with a hit, and the Patriots appear to recover. But Tom, what happened here? Well, there was a challenge, a good one by Coach Andy Reid.
Yeah, you can see clearly McNabb's knee was down before the ball came out.
And so the calls reversed.
You wonder with the injuries to the Patriots secondary why T.O. didn't catch twice as many passes as he ended up catching today.
Well, that was a 9-yard pass to Owens, but the Eagles punt again. Then McNabb to Owens on 3rd and 7. This is a big play in a scoreless game late in the first quarter. 30 yards and a penalty tacked on as well, so they were down about the 10-yard line. How was T.O. open here?
Yeah, you see the great pick right there by Freddie Mitchell. He came out, knocked some people down, that cleared the way for Owens to make the catch, get down the sideline, 30-yard gain, run out by Harrison.
But then here comes the defense, and Mike Vrabel, those linebacking core that we talk about every week. Tom, we talked about them this morning. They are among the best in the illegal contact and L.J. Smith. So the Eagles are trying to make 2 turnovers, but they haven't made any yet. Oh, no, yes, they have. It's Rodney Harrison at the 3. So there you go. It's really like 3 of them.
It's as if he didn't know exactly where he wanted to throw the ball. He had no commitment, no sense of urgency to where that ball needed to be put.
And now here's a fumble on 3rd and 11 by L.J. Smith, and the Patriots get it as Rodney Harrison keeps Smith on his feet. Randall Gay knocking the ball loose, and so just a wild Philadelphia couldn't hold on to the ball. They were lucky to get out of there and scoreless. Now, second quarter, Brady sacked by Derek Burgess, who had such a big game last week.
And that was the one time you saw somebody overpowered on that Patriot offensive line. For most of the day, they were perfect for their quarterback, Brady.
Now, we got to give this guy credit because Todd Pinkston has been under the heat all year. That a big catch on 3rd and 8, and then watch this play by McNabb to Pinkston stretching out with a great catch, and so here we are scoreless early second quarter, but the Eagles on the move. 3rd and goal, the Eagles at the 6. McNabb to L.J. Smith, and for one of the very few times in the last year and a half, New England has scored on first. They don't have the lead. It's 7-0 Philly.
You know, Terrell Owens gets beat up right here, but throughout the game, he was open. I was afraid that they wouldn't get the ball to him. They ended up getting it sometimes, but those are the plays. 7-0 boom. I thought that the Eagles should have been 14-17 because the door was open, and I started to sense if they didn't get something going bigger than that, it wasn't going to be enough, and it ended up that way.
Well, here who got going. Corey Dillon first, a couple of screen passes in his own territory, then this reverse, and he picks up some big-time steam inside the 10, but then uncharacteristic Tom Brady fumbles the football, and the Eagles recover on a play action, just a goof.
Well, a lot can happen underneath the pile. It looked like Brady clearly was on top of the football, had control of it, but, you know, you get the guys driving in there, swarming on you. A lot of exchanges of the ball in that pile.
Well, and the Eagles got it, but then they had to punt. Of course, it's hard to say we have the ball when somebody in Philadelphia is standing in the middle of the field with the ball over his head. That's Brady to Deion Branch, a first down. Then Brady to Troy Brown, and
his banner now.
Yeah, he was there on a big play there. And first and goal for the Patriots, Brady. David Gibbons, how well was this orchestrated, Steve?
You know, they compare him to Joe Montana a lot, but that one was like, he's got that arm that's able to not even move his feet, and he can throw it almost sideways. His eyes are looking downfield as if he wasn't even thinking about that receiver. Is a great throw.
And you know, when they put it up on the board, only the second Super Bowl game tied at the half, that the game that the 49ers had against the Bengals, it was surprising. Here we go, third quarter. The Patriots and Belichick at the ball in the second half. Brady to Deion Branch. And so this is the drive that Deion Branch began to alter his name into the record books, into the history books. Brady to Branch, the 38-yard line, and so many of these run third down. Here's 3rd and 10. And Branch to the 23-yard line, and then Branch stretching for the end zone. He's out at the 4. And then with all this happening, Mr. Super Bowl receiver, Mike Vrabel, who now has more Super Bowl touchdowns than some of the very best players in the history of the NFL. He had one last year, and he had one tonight.
And coming out of halftime, you had a sense that score at 7-7 was a victory for the Patriots, and they would righten themselves, get their feet under them, and then you start to sense, this could be trouble.
And actually, they scored at the end of the first half, first drive of the second half.
So 14-7, McNabb tries to get it going to Terrell Owens, 8 yards. Then T.O. slips, catches the ball, Tom, and, you know, he... For a guy with his,
you can see he wasn't 100%.
Right.
He slipped right there, but he did his job. He did what he could to help this team win. Maybe he could have caught more passes, but he certainly was the best receiver on the field for that football team.
Without T.O. today, I don't think the Eagles get that far. He was phenomenal, and I'm just, again, I repeat myself, I'm so surprised they didn't get the ball to him more.
There was a couple of plays to Westbrook. That's the pass to Bryant over the middle inside the 10, and he adjusts to make the catch way behind him. Good play, Westbrook. Now, McNabb dropping back. Can they get the equalizer? And it's that fella number 36 again. Westbrook, that one threaded the needle beautifully.
I have no idea how that got through. Tremendous throw by Donovan. Donovan has a way of making the hardest throws easy, but some of the easiest throws hard.
And so T.O. says, hey, we're all right. Great job. We're tied at 14. Screen to Kevin Falk, and Kevin Falk played a big role in this game.
You know, the Patriots are one of the great screen teams in the game, and when they feel the pressure, they were feeling the blitz packages all day long, and this is a beautiful play. Fake reverse, but then you go to the guy that you're faking the reverse to. They go back to Deion Branch, a play that they've run a couple of times during the season, and it works every time they run it.
And then Dillon with a little convoy to the left for a first down, moving the changes he can do. Now the Patriots at the 36-yard line. Kevin Falk, the zip out of the backfield, I think at times caught the Eagles flat-footed.
And you know, I felt like the Eagles started to show some wear and tear here. You could not have asked more from the Eagle defense than you saw today, but they did start to wear out at the end of the third quarter.
Same drive, here we are in the 4th, the screen to Kevin Falk, and he dives for the end zone. He's out at the 2-yard line, but now New England clearly in business, and guess who? Corey Dillon. When he's in there for a touch, they think about where he was a year ago at this time. Now he's in the end zone in the Super Bowl. 21-14 New England. 12 minutes to go in 2nd and 13. Ball back New England. Play fake. How about this play by Branch? And then sometimes his feet were going so fast.
It ended up being the play of the game if you think about it, because it led to the field goal that would give them the 24-14 lead. This was the catch of the game and certainly locked him up despite what happened at the end of the game for MVP.
And then do you think Adam Vinatieri might make a 22-yard field goal in the Super Bowl?
Well, he's sitting next to me. It's a lock. It's a lock. I'd give him a 52-yard field goal. It's a lock.
You know what? It was about 6 inches outside of the middle of the uprights. Anyway, it's 24-14. McNabb picked off by Teddy Bruschi on just a bad throw.
Yeah, another big play by Teddy Bruschi in a Super Bowl, coming up with an interception. And I'm telling you, this guy is a great linebacker, not just a guy who fits into a scheme.
And T.O. and McNabb talking and saying, hey, stay with it now. And now T.O., that's a great catch.
And a great throw, but what I'm wondering about is if T.O. is that healthy and they beat up secondary of the Patriots, let's attack that secondary all day long, not the end of the fourth quarter. Great throw for the touchdown.
It's to Greg Lewis, and now we got a 24-21 game. Admittedly, time is tight, but the Eagles never say die, get back in it when they have a chance. Onside kick, everybody knowing what was coming, and Christian Euphoria right there. That was not one of Akers' better efforts. And then McNabb, after a punt down at like the 3-yard line, picked off by Rodney Harrison. The game is over, and the New England Patriots have won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Bill Belichick gets how could he not be ready for that? Gets the dousing, gets the hug from some of his longtime players, and the Patriots, once again, are the proud holders of the Vince Lombardi Trophy, 24-21, as they win it, despite the fact that they trailed unusually. We said, how about a year ago, where was he? The Patriots, including some first-time Patriots like Corey Dillon going, wow.
I might break down in tears once I get in the locker room. I'm so excited, I don't even know what to do with myself.
It's a great team.
Yep.
That's all I can say. That's all that matters right now. We won tonight. We're the best in the world. Anybody else got anything to say, then they got to take what we're doing from us. Right now, we're on top.
The new dynasty?
I saw one. Hey, you see that poster? I didn't say it, but
You said it.
I didn't say it, but here it is. I didn't say that, but here it is.
Like I told a lot of people, in this situation, had it been someone like Brett Favre, they would have called him a warrior. They used me and they said I was selfish. If I'm selfish because I wanted to help my team win.
He's not selfish. He
Not
did a
even
great
close. He
job.
was phenomenal.
Terrell Owens, I hope people understand what he did and to play like this. And so, most
That was a
receptions
hero's
to-
effort, no question about
Who
it.
would guess that Deion Branch, with his 11 and his MVP job tonight, that Deion Branch from
Louisville
would now be the third leading receiver in Super Bowl history. By the way, if you're wondering what the Super Bowl trophy looks like, there it is. Adam Vinatieri is with us. It's a tradition now, and you're one of the Patriots that's been, the 6 of you guys that's been to 4 Super Bowls. 3 of them you won the last 4 years. You're still drinking that Kool-Aid.
I tell you, it's been amazing. This never gets old. I tell you, we fought hard. We played good all season long, and we played a real tough Philadelphia team, and we just found a way to make a couple more plays, and we have this tonight.
Real quick, what was different this year maybe than all the other years, Adam?
Well, I don't know. Obviously we don't know how to win this thing by more than a couple of points, but
it's all right for you.
yeah, right. But it really doesn't matter as long as it was again another team effort. Our defense played amazing, put some pressure on Donovan, got some turnovers, and ultimately I think that was the difference in the outcome of the game.
Is this a good hold the way that angle the ball is right now for you to kick a field goal?
We'll deal with it today.
Congratulations
Thank
to all
you
the
very
guys.
much. Appreciate it.
And it's a tradition. We talk about
Thanks,
Custer
guys.
on Tuesday at Media Day and get it in the Swamp, and then we
right.
win again. So there it is, the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
By the way, another game winner just with 10 minutes to go.
That's right. You didn't know that, did you?
We'll take them.
You didn't know that. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
The New England Patriots, look, this is a team that, you know what sums them up, and I know it won't even go down in the charts, a little play like downing the punt inside the 5 at the end of the game. I know they probably weren't going to drive anyway, but the little things add up to the big things. And they didn't try to kick the ball at the 2. It landed at the 8, so there's no way we rolled. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you know the defending champions, you're going to have to knock them out, just like boxing. You can't just get a TKO. You're going to have to knock them out. And I just felt like the Eagles had a chance to knock out the champs early and often, and didn't get that opportunity. Got into halftime, they righted themselves, had another opportunity, and it seemed, Tom, we talked just a minute ago, that it was that sense of urgency, that sense of, oh my gosh, we've got to go down and win this game. We've got to move the ball. We've got to get huddled up. We've got to get to the line of scrimmage. Even that last drive, it seemed like that.
Yeah, Steve talks about it a little bit earlier in the game, but we also noticed that late in the game, with 5 minutes left in the football game, you're huddling up every time and basically kind of going through the motions that you would in the first quarter of a football game. And we thought at that point, you're down 10, you need 2 scores. You've got to be going, boy, maybe we're at the line of scrimmage. You're with me for the calls, and we're just going with no huddle. But, that wasn't the case. And give the Patriots credit. They know how to win.
Well, we've got plenty more on the Patriots, plenty more on the Eagles, who, as we've all said, certainly had a chance to win this thing, but in the end they did not. As Terrell Owens played injured, so did Richard Seymour. It's the Super Bowl. Whatever you've got, give it. He did, and the Patriots won again. We'll be back.
Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Get ready for the game.
We have questions about taste loss, but we're afraid to ask.
Don't be afraid. There are no stupid questions when it comes to taste loss.
Can you get taste loss from a foosball table?
I stand corrected. That is a stupid question. Get the facts at PreventTasteLoss.com. Protect yourself from taste loss with a great-tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
In Taipei, we monitor the fire alarm system in the world's tallest building. In Barcelona, our surgical instruments initiate the healing. In San Bernardino, wildfires are extinguished with our foam. At Tyco, we make thousands of products that aren't simply important. They're vital. Tyco, a vital part of your world.
Hey, Peanut. Hey, Marty. You remember when David wrecked that truck at Nashville? Yeah. How'd you guys cut the front end off of it so quick?
You just got to keep it really sharp. What about in Kansas City when Dennis put it in the fence? How'd you guys get out so quick?
This little baby right here.
Craftsman, the official tools of NASCAR at Sears.
NFL All-Stars compete to decide the best of the best. The Pro Bowl Skills Challenge presented by Ameriquest Mortgage. Who's the strongest, the best kicker, the most accurate passer, who's got the best hands, and who is the NFL's fastest man? Now, for the first time ever, the questions will be answered. The very best of the NFL at the Pro Bowl Skills Challenge presented by Ameriquest Mortgage. Saturday, February 12th at 6 Eastern on ESPN. Sponsored in part by Coors Light.
Coming up on SportsCenter, Sean Salisbury and Michael Irvin reveal their surprises and disappointments from Super Bowl 39. On the doorsteps of history, why Barry Bonds must repair his image. And will the heels be caught looking ahead? SportsCenter after Primetime, ESPN.
NFL Primetime, presented by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great-tasting, low-carb Miller Lite.
Well, once again, a shower that you never mind, even though it's in front of millions and millions of people. Bill Belichick, his coordinators, Charlie Weiss and Romeo Crennel. This is the end of an era tonight.
It's a joy right now. When you end up, winning another Super Bowl. I'll worry about the emotions here in the next couple of days. But right now I just feel, you can't feel any happier than I feel right now.
You and Bill and Romeo shared a very private moment together on the sideline in the remaining moments. Tell us what that was like.
Well, Bill just thanked us for, all the good times and all the success we've had together. And obviously he's our leader, and, it was nice to be able to share that time together with Bill and Romeo, because two of the closest people that I'll ever be in my life.
Winning the Super Bowl is a great feeling, and this was a great game, and our guys hung in there and they fought, and we were able to win it. The fact that I'm leaving these guys, it's tough, but they're a good group of guys, and they'll hang together and they'll do a good job, and I'm going to try to do a good job up at Cleveland, and so
we'll move forward, and that's what we tell them all the time.
I'm extremely grateful to them. They're two of the best coaches I've ever been around, and it's been an honor for me to work with them.
Well, Romeo Crennel saying what we have thought, that he's moving on to Cleveland. Charlie Weiss, we know, is moving on to Notre Dame. Bill Belichick is moving on to maybe another Super Bowl next year. I mean, who knows?
Vince Lombardi / Bill Belichick trophy.
That's correct. Hey, adjustments at halftime of a game that didn't go the way a lot of folks thought at 7-7. What did New England make that Philly didn't do?
Well, I think all they had to do was right themselves. I mean, they had kind of slopped around. I thought Tom was uncharacteristically struggling with some throws and overthrows and so forth. The penalties, there were strange Patriot penalties you don't expect. All they had to do was kind of get their feet under them, and you knew that they were going to be able to move the ball. Give the credit to the Philadelphia defense for making all the tackles early. I mean, nobody was running free. They were pushing in the backfield, and they just got a little bit tired.
And I thought that the stability factor was really important. They came out, they ran the football with Corey Dillon more in the second half, really established him a little bit. And I thought that Tom Brady, you know, you talk about going to Owens. Tom Brady found Deion Branch, and he went to him every time he could.
Well, and speaking to Terrell Owens, look, nobody would have thought that Owens would have a game like this, to be honest with you, statistically, and really the way he ran it. Tommy, we saw him before the game. You and I were watching him carefully.
Yeah, we watched him closely in warm-up, and we thought that he might have a little bit of trouble cutting. But, you know, once he got warmed up, you could see that he was able to make the cuts, especially in the short game. The one thing that I thought he couldn't do, he couldn't run that go route the way he usually does.
Well, I thought he was 90+%. I mean, he really looked like he was almost there. And I thought if he's thinking that people think he's selfish, he's listening to the 5% of people out there. 95% of people will tell you that was a heroic effort to come back on behalf of your team and help them almost win the Super Bowl. And if they would have given him the ball more, I think they would have won the game.
So you don't think this, okay, with a 90% TO, in the end, Philly couldn't run the ball well enough to kind of balance it out. And we didn't see Donovan McNabb. Well, I thought they might with Donovan moving the ball, maybe not 68 yards as we discussed, but 50 yards.
Yeah, but you can't turn the ball over, Boom. That to me was the key. You can't turn the ball over.
Well, they did it.
Yeah, and they lost.
Well, but you know what? They had a chance to win.
Yeah.
It was not like, hey, we're happy to be here. But there's a young man, you know, you go, okay. He'd be about the 20th name you might come up with for the Patriots as who might be the hero. But Deion Branch, the diminutive wide receiver MVP, will be back.
I'll never forget Stacy. Nursing student by day, waitress by night. Not a lot left after tuition, rent, and food. It's estimated that people overpaid their taxes by nearly $1 billion. I didn't want Stacy to be one of them.